Not today, misinformation.
I read a study that showed to make someone a casual connection, you have to spend 40 hours with them. For a casual connection, if you want someone to be considered a friend, it's 100 hours of time with that person. If you consider someone a good friend, a great friend, it's 200 hours plus.
Red flag number 1, a study, another ambiguous, unnamed study. Don't give the name of the researchers, don't give the name of the study, don't give the year, don't tell us who it's about. Just make a big sweeping statement, okay? It's not okay, but don't worry. I got you. First things first, those facts that were shared aren't from one study, they're from 2 studies. They combined the results from 2 studies to get those numbers. That's okay, you can do that. I'm not going to spend time talking about the second study because here is the headline for you. They replicated the study with undergraduates, and I think we know how I feel about studies that are just with undergraduates. But just so you see I did my homework, here's the announcement from Kansas about the study with Jeffrey Hall quoted in it, and here are the numbers it gives. These basically match up with what was said, okay? No dispute here. We're reporting the correct numbers. But what are we missing? Context. So first things first, who was in that first study? People who work for Amazon Mechanical Turk, so you get paid to do things like take surveys. These people were paid 65 cents to take the survey for the study. They had to meet certain criteria. They had to be in the US, they had to be over 18 years old, and they had to have a over 90% completion satisfaction rating on Amazon Turks. They also had to move somewhere at least 50 miles away from their previous place of living in the past 6 months. I have some feelings about the stats on those people, but if you just you can pause to read this participant section right here by yourself and see if you think this means the research applies to everyone. Because what I want to talk about is bigger than that. It's the setup of the whole study. So people were asked to think of a person that they'd met since moving and to provide their first name. Then there was follow-up questions how did you meet this person? How many weeks ago did you meet this person? Last week, about how much time did you spend with this person? In a typical week, about how much time did you spend with this person? And questions what did you do when you were hanging out with this person? Then you were asked to describe this person as a friend or an acquaintance, and if you said friend, you'd say good friend, casual friend, close friend, you would categorize it further. So what's my problem? What were the instructions to think of this person? You're just think of a person you'd met since you've moved here. Anyone at all is fine. All the data hinges on whatever name you're giving right off the bat, right? That concerns me because it seems a little random to be drawing these specific conclusions. I'm open to other ways of thinking about this, but I feel to answer the question of friendship and acquaintances and hours, I would just be hey, name an acquaintance, a friend, and a close friend you've met since moving, and then do the questions about hours and what you've spent time doing with them, right?